Jackson is in the Old South, which was pretty socially conservative when I was a young girl.
Please tell us about some of the changes you have personally experienced.
My heavens! Well, the New South is so different from the Old South in a lot of good ways, as everyone knows. But since you ask me personally, it would probably be dating customs, the way young people talk to their elders, table manners.
Okay, how have those things changed?
Well, for example, when I was growing up, the family dinner hour was the one time in the day when the family sat down together, and it was a special time. Today, that's changed. In many families, there is no dinner hour. Kids eat snacks or fast food all day. Parents are working long hours and don't have time to make a proper meal. And there are so many activities that it seems like no one has time. In my day, children were more respectful and quiet at the table. We spoke when we were spoken to. We didn't put our elbows on the table, and we dressed nicely. No one came to the dinner table in shorts or jeans the way they do today.
That is different, isn't it? You mentioned dating. How has that changed?
Well, today, I see boys and girls on dates at the mall. They can't be more than 12 or 13 years old. I wasn't allowed to go out on a proper date until I was 16. And when I finally was allowed to date, my parents didn't let me go out with a boy they hadn't already met. Oh, and I had a definite curfew. I had to be home by 11. If I came in late, I was grounded for at least a month. It was a little different for my brother, though. I guess there was a bit of a double standard. He could go out on dates when he was 16, but his curfew wasn't as strict as mine. He was allowed to stay out until midnight.
And you mentioned the way young people addressed their elders. How has that changed?
Well, today, you hear teens, even children, calling adults by their first names. We had to address adults as sir or ma'am, and we always used Mr. or Mrs. I suppose that sounds a little old-fashioned today, doesn't it?
Maybe so. Thanks so much, Miss Hartley, for an interesting interview.
Okay, that was a kind of very interesting interview. So basically, Eugenie Harley, she was talking about three different or four different things: dating customs, the way young people talk to their elders, and the table manners. But what really calls my attention was this. I don't know if you had the chance to know what is this word, curfew. That means toque de queda. Okay, so they have like we have an hour to get home or to arrive home or to leave home. Okay, so there are a kind of difference between men and women from years ago, and now is it still the same or no? In your house, can you arrive at the same hour that your brother arrives home or no?
No.
It happens the same. Okay, the dating customs. At what age do you consider that teenagers should be dating in Guatemala? In your opinion, what day? What age? 12, 13, 14, 15,
18 years.
18 until they are adults. Okay, good. Now, let's go to this one. How old? It says, how old do you estimate Miss Harley to be today? How old do you think she is? No? Maybe 16. 16? She's in the 80s, in her 80s. Does Miss Harley prefer the culture of the past or the culture of the present? What do you think? Culture of the past. Probably it says that she misses all the things that she had in the past, but she's aware that everything has changed. So that's what it says. Probably the past. What is Mrs. Hanley's opinion of the change in role of parents? What is her point of view? In the reading, she was mentioning that probably in the past, mom and dad had enough time to spend with their kids. They had proper meals, but now everybody is rushing. If there is a certain age in Guatemala where you are like a teenager or 12, 14, in which you can prepare your own breakfast, you can prepare your own dinner, probably. Why? Because mom gives everything and probably she cooks a day in advance, and then everything she left it in the refrigerator, and then you're supposed just to take the food from the fridge and put it on the stove or in the microwave, and that's it, you eat, probably. Okay, probably those are the things that probably she misses. Does Miss Harley approve of the differences in child and teen behavior that have taken place? What do you think about that? What was your perspective? That she really likes how teenagers and adults they have evolved? Do you think that she likes that type of change that we've been having? No. Probably not. She misses everything from the past. Obviously, she comes from another generation. Okay. Now, let's go for this one. It says, think about how culture has changed since your parents and grandparents were your age. So we already know that we have changed. And now we have tried to complete the survey. Let's see if you are a dinosaur or you are a chameleon. What do you prefer to be? In the table, manners have changed a little, have changed a lot. Is the change for the better? Yes or no? What do you think? If you want to answer, it's okay. But I won't read it. I won't tell you if you're a dinosaur or a chameleon. In general, do you think that the table manners have changed? A little or a lot? Maybe a little. A little. Is the change for better or for worse? Yes or no? Worst. Okay. Musical taste. They have changed a lot or a little? How it changes a lot. Better or worst? Yes or no? Depends on the point of view. Okay, depends on your taste. Depends on your age. Okay. Dating customs. They have changed? Yes. Okay. Better or worst? It's hard to say. Depends. Depends. Clothing customs. A lot. They have changed a lot. Okay. Rules about formal behavior. Just a little. Okay. Rules about punctuality.
Just a little as well.
Form of address. La forma en que se dirige a las personas, ¿cree que ha cambiado?
A little.
Okay. Male and female roles in the workplace. Changed a lot. And male or female roles in the home. Now you can see men, they stay home and they have the role of the wife because probably the wife it's earning more money and the man prefers to stay home and take care of children. And it's a role that have changed. Nobody likes it probably, but I mean, a family is a very independent group of people that in family you decide what is convenient for your family, not for society. Okay, so it says from 0 to 3, definitely a dinosaur. You prefer to stick with the tradition, and your motto is, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Y su lema, motto means lema. So, si no está quebrado o si no está roto, ¿por qué reparar algo que no está quebrado, no está roto? O sea, quedarse con lo antiguo. Funciona. A little of both. You're willing to adapt to change, but not too fast. Your motto is easy does it. So go slowly. Don't try to change or to rush everything. And definitely a chameleon. You adapt to change easily. Your motto is out with the old and in with the new. So you take out everything that is old and you in with the new things. Okay? So, how do you think you are? A chameleon or a dinosaur? Or a mixture of both? Probably a mixture of both. Yes? Probably a little bit. Depends on your age. That definitely depends on your age. Now, we're going to go with the last one and we finish the unit, okay? The first unit. And it says, have you read that? I don't know. Probably you have listened. There are certain type of radio programs that they have certain type of guests, and the guests are there to answer certain type of questions to the audience, and this is the case. Okay, look at the subjects of the chart. Listen to 3 calls from the radio show, and check the subjects that are discussed during each call. So someone is going to call. Now, if you realize, it says Arturo, Nadia, and Sujit, Javier, Hiroko, and Jetrina. Do you think that they come from different countries because of the name?
Yeah.
Yes, probably. Obviously, they come from different cultures. So you're going to read the first one and you're going to check the subjects that you consider they were discussing, okay? Or they were talked in the radio show.
Look at the subjects on the chart. Listen to 3 calls from a radio show. Check the subjects that are discussed during each call. Call 1. Arturo and Jetrine.
Good morning, world. This is Millicent McKay in Brussels with today's Worldwide Cultural Literacy Update. If you're new to the program, here's the format. In the studio, 3 people take your phone calls and answer your questions about etiquette in their countries. Today's guests are Jetrine from Thailand, Nadia from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, and Sujit from Nepal. We're all first name here, so let me welcome Jetrine, Nadia, and Sujit.
Sawadee Krap, Millicent. Good morning. I'm Jetrine from Thailand.
Hello, it's nice to be with you. I'm Nadia from Dubai.
And good morning, Millicent, Jetrine, and Nadia. Sujit here from Nepal.
Okay, let's get started. I see our first caller is on the line. Hello, Arturo from Montevideo. You're on the air.
Good morning. Actually, good evening. It's 10:30 at night here in Montevideo. But here's my question. I'm traveling and I know Thai people greet each other with a Y. Will it seem impolite for a foreigner to do the Y? And what happens if I don't do it right? Will that be offensive?
Absolutely not. just put the palms of your hands together on your chest and bow slightly. Say Sawadee Kap. For the women listening, you say Sawadee Ka. You will warm our hearts with that. Don't worry if you don't do it exactly the way Thais do it, and don't worry about the pronunciation. Have a wonderful trip to Thailand. Try to do some sightseeing and taste our wonderful food.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jatrine and Arturo, for a good lesson in cultural literacy. Let's take a break and then another call.
Okay, which were the topics that you consider they discuss in the first call?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Taboos.
Taboos.
Taboos. Yes.
And offensive behavior.
Offensive behavior.
Male and female behavior.
Male and female behavior. Yes. And one more. The last one.
Language.
Language.
Yes. Perfect. The language. Let's go for the other one.
Call 2. Hiroko and Nadia.
Welcome back, listeners. This is Millicent McKay with a worldwide town meeting answering all your questions about do's and taboos around the world. Let's say hello to Hiroko from Osaka, Japan. Hiroko, you're on the air.
Thank you, Millicent. My husband and I are going to Dubai. He's a banker and has business there, but I'm going with him as a tourist. I'm very interested in all kinds of culture, and I understand Dubai is very different from Japan. I have 3 questions.
Hello, Hiroko. Nadia on the line.
Thanks, Nadia. If I'm alone, can I walk on the street or drive a car? When we went to Saudi Arabia, women were not permitted to go out alone or drive.
Absolutely. As a woman traveler, you will have no difficulty getting around, even if you are alone. You can drive, and as long as you dress modestly, you can wear whatever you like.
Second question. I don't speak any Arabic.
Again, no problem. As you know, Arabic is the official language of Dubai, but English is commonly used in tourism and commerce.
You speak very good English, Nadia. Where did you learn it?
I actually am an English teacher. I learned my English in the United States, at the University of Wisconsin.
And my last question. I'm an amateur photographer. Will I be able to take pictures in Dubai?
Well, yes, but you should know that it is considered offensive to take pictures of Muslim women here.
Oh, I'm glad I asked. What about pictures of men?
Well, yes, just be sure to ask permission.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm really looking forward to the trip.
We'll be right back with our final call.
Okay. 2. Which were the topics?
Language.
Yes,
Dress and
language.
clothing.
Language, dress, and clothing, and
Male and female behavior.
very good. Very good, guys. And let's go for the last one.
Call 3. Javier and Sujit.
I think we have time for one more caller. Javier from Mexico City, welcome to the show. How can we help you?
I'm going to Nepal next month on an international trek. I'll be staying with a Nepalese family for a weekend, and I want to be sure I don't offend anyone. Mexico is very different from Nepal.
Well, let's ask Sujit to comment.
Hi, Javier. Let's talk about table manners. First of all, Nepalese don't usually use spoons, forks, or knives.
No? So how do the people eat? How will I eat?
Well, your host will eat with their right hand, never the left hand. But I'm sure they'll provide you with spoons and forks. If they're welcoming foreigners into their home, they'll want you to be comfortable. But remember one important taboo. Beef is strictly forbidden as a food in both Hindu and Buddhist homes. Our typical food, however, is wonderful and very flavorful and healthy.
That's great, because I'm Mexican, and we have great food in Mexico too. I love good food when I travel. Sujit, I'm very interested in culture, but I don't know much about Hinduism and Buddhism. What can you tell me?
Well, if you visit a Hindu temple or a Buddhist shrine, you must remove your shoes, or if you prefer, you can wear open sandals. Check first. In some Hindu temples, non-Hindus can't enter. And very important, don't take leather things near the temple. And if you want to take a picture, be sure to ask before using your camera.
Thanks so much. I feel very prepared now.
My pleasure.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Until next time, this is Millicent McKay in Brussels, reminding you that in today's world, cultural literacy is an essential survival skill.
Okay. The number 3, which were the topics that we mentioned?
Table manners.
Table manners, basically they were based on the table manners and
Dress and clothing.
Dressing, clothing, yes, could be. Another one?
Offensive behavior and taboos.
Taboos and probably offensive behavior will be in the way you dress, in the way you sit, okay? Very good, guys, okay? Let's finish for today. We finished today. And I still the people that they have certain type of problems, I don't know, or any question that you might have, or with the new people that just entered today, okay? And tomorrow we start with the unit number 2, okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Teacher.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, teacher.
I don't know.
Teacher.
I am
Bye.
the system. No sé si ya estoy en el sistema. Quería
Bye.
preguntarle.
Ahorita vamos a revisar. Ahorita reviso la plataforma de My English Lab. ¿Ok?
De
Les
paso,
envío.
podría ver si ya estoy trabajando.